Afternoon, folks. Hear me okay? Yep, great. Lots of admiration for all the entrepreneurs that have presented here today. You must be so exhausted doing those pitches over and over again. I guess it's my turn now. At least I only have to do it once, right? So Pradeep, Raman from Forward Partners. We're an early stage fund. We invest between 250K and 400K into businesses that are focusing on e-commerce, marketplaces, and software companies that enable e-commerce companies. So the difference about us is that we actually very, very closely partner with the entrepreneurs that we work with. We have an in-house operational team of our own developers, designers, marketing people, product people, and a head of talent. So we actually invest in two separate buckets. We invest in idea stage companies, and that's where we do the 250K checks. And when we do the 250K checks, they generally tend to be an entrepreneur with a deck, not even a prototype usually at that point. And it is for those investments that this internal operational team comes most in handy. So we help them build the MVP, we help them do customer discovery, we help them validate their ideas, build a valuable product, build traction into the business, build a team, and finally raise further round of funding when they're done with our help. So the second bucket of investment where we make 400K checks, they usually turn out to be much larger syndicate rounds. There we look for companies that are more further along the path. They've got better developed management teams, products that are clearly past product market fit. And like I say, it's e-commerce, marketplaces, and software that enables e-commerce companies. So let me tell you a little bit about a couple of more granular features that we like in the companies that we invest in, and the reasons why we invested in those companies. So there's one theme that we quite like is vertically integrated business models. So what I mean by that is where the company is very closely involved in all the way from the design to the manufacture to the sales of the products. The reason we actually like that business model is it's a great way to build a brand. Building a consumer brand is something that is really important for us. One of the reasons is that it's a great way to ultimately ensure loyalty for your company and over time reduce dependency on paid marketing channels, which we see as a troublesome thing in the journey of some companies where they become very dependent on paid marketing channels like AdWords and Facebook acquisition and so on. But if you're building a brand, then it leads to word of mouth and loyalty, and people come back directly to you, and that becomes a much more stronger business. Another granular factor that we like is personalization. So we invested in a business called Lost My Name, which is a personalized children's book business. You might have seen them. They were on the news last week for raising a $9 million round led by Google Ventures. One of the star performers in our portfolio. So basically the way it works is the concept is that the child has lost his or her name and goes on a journey in this book where the child meets a bunch of characters along the journey, and each character tells her a story and gives her a letter of her name, and by the time she's finished the book, she's got her name. That is like extremely appealing to kids. It delivers what we call an emotional wow moment, right? It kind of pulls on the heartstrings. When you find a product like that that is super personalized, that's a fantastic business to go for because it just creates again word of mouth and virality, and again it helps to build a great brand. What else do we like? We like network effects. Every VC absolutely loves network effects. When you find the right type of marketplace or exchanges model, it's a fantastic feature. So as an example, we invest in a business called Lexu, which is a marketplace between SMEs and individual entrepreneurs and lawyers. So the idea there is that by allowing direct interaction between lawyers and SMEs, they would be able to, using the efficient marketplace model, find the best lawyers at the best prices for the right needs and so on, and hopefully disrupt companies like CMS. I'm sure all of these lawyers really would much rather work from their living rooms than these beautiful offices, right? So that's what that company is about, and we love companies like that that just absolutely change the economics of a market. That's it, I think. Cool.
Thank you very much.